I'm Mike. This is my bike, and filming me today is the Nikon ZF. This is the This is the Sears Spaceliner. Whee! It was produced from 1964 until 1968 in a partnership with the bicycle brand Murray. This is a boy's bike. It is missing the tank and the light and the front fender. It still has the rear wing and rear fender, or the rear rack, I should say. Very jet age inspired, space age inspired, if you will. Not the original tires, obviously, but still really old tires. And that's a problem. Also, the rear wheel bearing is a little rattly, and the coaster brake does almost nothing. 1-speed bicycle. These did come with a 3-speed kickback hub if you optioned that. This one doesn't have that, or at least it doesn't now. All right, this bike is about 2 sizes too small for me. Like I said, it's a boy's bike. I can feel the crank arm is not jiving with my left pedal. We're gonna go down this gravel road here. But my back wheel's all over the place, it's wobbling. There's a wheel bearing that's needing to be replaced. Or, quite honestly, these are probably the original wheels, and this bike should just get a new set of wheels. However, this bike doesn't fit me, so I don't know that I'll be doing that. These handlebars are really far away from me. They're at my knees. Hope you can hear the sound of these cranks. Didn't even bring a camera today because this is not going to be a long ride. Feels like these pedals are going to break under my feet. After riding it a little bit, the coaster brake's biting better, which is to be expected somewhat. Let's see if we can ride this thing one-handed. Pray for me. It's hard to pedal, it weighs a ton, it's 100 degrees. My wheels are wobbly, the brakes don't work, the tires are 25 years old. Yeah, I don't want to go too fast on this thing. This thing weighs a ton. This bell keeps going off. All right. Whew. These tires are slippery. Listen to these cranks. Well, that was fun, but this bike is not fit for a long ride. It's too hot, it weighs too much, the tires are too old. So we're gonna go take this Fuji GW 690 and turn it into a panoramic camera. Some people call this the Texpan because there is a very famous camera called the Hasselblad X-Pan, but that is about $3,000. This is a third of that price, maybe even a little less, and you just need a few things to turn this into a panoramic camera. So I'm going to show you what those are. Those are going to be 35mm adapters. I have a take-up spool. This one is 3D printed by my brother. It's got just the right amount for 35mm film, so you don't have to worry about getting it in straight. You need a old roll of film that you're never going to shoot. Silicone tape that is self-adhesive. Scotch tape, and a pair of scissors. So the first thing we'll do here is we will take a ruler and we will measure out approximately 8 inches of that film, and we will snip it square as we can. Following that, we are going to take our film and we are going to push it into the slot that is created for our 35mm film. So you see that that just goes right in nice and square. And we're just going to tape right to the end of this. I'm going to put a little bit on our film, and then we are going to put that Scotch tape right there on the reel. Now I might take a little extra tape and tape up here. So we're going to use some cheap Arista 400 black and white. And we're going to take the leader of this film and we're going to tape it to the leader of this film so that our sprocket holes line up. So we get that lined up nicely there. You can see how our sprocket holes are lining up nicely. And do it on the back side as well. Tape it right onto there. Then what we're going to do is we are going to feed the film back into our canister. And you can see that we're now pulling the leader of the old film inside of our new supply canister. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to put our adapters on like so. And there we have it. This will fit neatly in the back of the camera. So what we're going to do is convert this 120 camera into a panoramic camera. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to flip the switch on the top to 16 instead of 8. That's going to just make our counter correct. And then we're going to open it up. And on the inside, we're going to take our pressure plate here on the back that says 120, and we are going to flip that around to the 220 side. That just changes the thickness of our plate. Okay, so next we need to put our silicone tape into the camera so that the pressure on the winder tells the counter to count up, and what we want is just enough to go around itself one time, right about there. So we will go ahead and cut this, and we will take our film, put that in there, and we're going to pull across to the end, and we're going to stick our spool in. There we go. Get in there. Boom. Slapped it in. Close it up, and we advance carefully. And we see that the counter is indeed working. And that is how we make a Texpan. Maybe next time it won't be too hot to ride. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, later.